What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 51 of my Total Warhammer 3 Zhatan the Black Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, the hordes of hobgoblins, which there are now 4 of now that we've gotten a new army summoned due to the sacking of Nagashazar, have taken over Nagashazar with Yoba's Stormbreaker and Gorda's Backstabber in the lead. It'll be a pretty nice location, tier 5 obviously because of the Conclave influence that we will set up our new Mega Mortar at, and it'll help out with the defenses of the, the mountains here when the endgame scenario arrives. Now, before we get to the main part of the episode, please let me know how the video looks in this particular in this particular video. I am trying to record it at 1440p. I don't usually do that, mostly because neither my computer or, more importantly, my internet, because of the massive increase in file size, can generally handle it, but I slightly decrease the quality in order to try to keep the file size at least somewhat manageable, and I'm hoping it still looks okay. Probably more important in the battles than in the actual campaign map. And then again, I guess the ultimate thing is whether I'll be able to actually upload it and it not take like 24 hours to do so with my internet. So I guess we'll see. But do let me know if there are issues, hiccups, etc, etc, etc. Anyway, last episode, other than Nagashazar, we did have quite a bit of admin, and I felt bad for that. So between the episodes, I took care of quite a lot of admin that would otherwise need to be done. I did a bunch of diplomacy, and namely, or the most important parts of which were an alliance now with Count Noctilus of the Dreadfleet, though unfortunately the only location that we can build their units out of is currently occupied by the Cult of Pleasure. That said, the Cult of Pleasure currently has 2 territories remaining, and I'm hoping they just die and allow us to get the stuff from Noctilus, because there's a bunch of stuff in their army that I would really like to add to ours. In addition to that, I went ahead and did the skill point assigning of like a dozen of our new heroes, all of which are obviously at rank 40 or whatever, so that is also something that we won't have to do now. Now, what we do have to do now is armaments. We want to get those new centaurs for Astrogoth. I guess the question then is, how many of them do we get him? Assuming that we get him 1 more of the regular and 1 more of the great weapon bull renders, and let's see, well, that'll give us room for 3. 4 maybe shielded, 3 or 4 shielded then. I mean, 3 if we want to get another Bale Taurus in here, or another Bull Center. I guess we could build 4 for now, and then if we want to replace it with something, we can replace it with something. Although 3 Bale Tauruses also seems a little bit light. Maybe we'll just do 4. Yeah, let's do 4. Why not? Alright, so we need 1 Bale Taurus capacity, and we need... oh man, I forgot to check again. And we need 5... Centaur capacity. Okay, we can do that. Let's go. Hellforge, Armory. So we need just a ton of these guys. We're currently at, I believe, 12. So let's put it up to 12. Hopefully we actually have enough remaining after this. Ooh, maybe not. Damn, look at the expense. It's pretty ridiculous. But Astrogoth has got to have his he's got to have his army. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. Yeah, that's basically all of our armaments, and 1 Bale Taurus, which is actually not as bad. Wait a second. Or maybe it is. Let's stop that for a second, because we did have convoys returning in, well, I guess the next turn, so we should gain enough armaments to counteract that anyway, so we should still be able to do at least 1 Bale Taurus. We'll need somebody to actually recruit those as well, so let's summon a new lord, temporarily. We have no overseers, so I guess we'll go with one of these guys. I swear I saw an exiled guy. Yes, you. You're gonna be a recruiter. And then once we unsummon you, Recruiter the Recruiter the Breaker. Once we unsummon you, we can use you, well, we can continue getting some use out of your Exiled buff, alrighty, so we need server die for the recruitment cost. I probably should have reduced the recruitment cost out of Prague by virtue of the Masterful Architects thing, but whatever, too late. I also don't care that much. You can, I guess, leave the settlement and stay outside it in camp stance. You can enter the settlement, no particular reason. And we need 1 great weapon, 1 dual axes, and I guess 3 of these, and that'll be 5, which replaces all of you, and then 1 Bale Taurus, and that'll be the complete army. Now, we can't build Bale Tauruses here, and our capacity for them is at, where are we here? It's at 4 or 2, okay, so we need 3, so we can't do it this turn. I don't think we have enough. I mean, I'll check. And it'll also take 3 turns to generate 1 of you from the global recruitment. Or we could just do another one of these guys. Well, we don't have the ability to get these guys right now. Honestly, it doesn't really matter that much. You know what, let's get another Toruk for now. I suppose that the Demonsmith Sorcerers are kind of like the Bale Tauruses anyway, and if I was going to build another Bale Taurus, we might as well just get another Demonsmith Sorcerer instead if we really wanted to, and they're going to heal these guys up. Anyway, that looks good to me, at least for now. Now, what else do we have to do this turn? We are out of armaments, so let's see. Internal Recruiter Zork, you do not need to recruit anything because you cannot. Thrunbaj, Unzaled, and Gorth the Cruel. Alright, so you guys do have things to do. And the question for you two is, where do we go with you? Nagashazar receives plague, and oh, our tech thief disappeared, so he's dead. I guess we'll let's see. Where? Did the other tech thief that was here die as well? Damn. We need more tech thieves up in this part of the mountains. Alrighty, well, I guess Overseer Vargas, you're gonna have to stay at the Silver Pinnacle then. I'm going to, I guess, move to KADRIN. Probably likely we'll be in a war with these guys all fairly soon, but we should probably try to take this while we have the opportunity. So you're gonna jump or run? Let's see, will we take attrition if we run through this place? We will not. Alright, I thought we'd take mountain attrition, but apparently not. You two, then. Move to KADRIN before Ungrim gets here, and this will be a really nice location for a mega mortar. I might even use labor to actually reduce the time of the mega mortar so that we can have it supporting everything around here. I suppose there's a possibility that Nashrak Slayer might fall to one of these guys. Also, you do not need the Hobgoblin Bivouacs here. But we can upgrade you. I suppose we'll wait until KADRIN is upgraded. Plus, who knows if it gets attacked and taken over next turn. Alrighty, that's decided. Easy enough. Internal Recruiter Zork, we've checked Troop Train. You are where you're supposed to be, right? You're waiting for 1 more Chaos Dwarf Blunderbuss. Yes, alright. Tordrak Dread Killer, you are in the same position. You guys just sort of have to wait until new units arrive, but you two can keep going this way. Alrighty. And Drake Killer will have a bunch of Fireborn together with a bunch of Deathshrieker rockets. I think that's how we'll do his army. Next up, Draj. While we do have these guys on the way, well, it's gonna still be a while before we get your... Wait. Who did we bring you? Ah, these guys. Yes, we can reach you with them. Alright, so you're gonna go right, let's say, here. We should probably keep Overseer Drej Throng right beside you. Alright. And then we need to transfer 3 units. So go to Draj, please. 1, 2, 3. Wait, am I missing something? Are you unable to reach him? Okay, you're unable to reach him. Fine. You're gonna take these 3, which will be 1, 2, 3. 4 will be an extra mage. What am I missing here? Oh, wait, do we want an Infernal Castellan in here? Probably not. We could do a 3rd mage. What level are you? Alright, so we do that. We have 3 Fireborn. We have 7 Kadai Fire, or we have 3 Destroy 7 Fireborn. And we could give you more Magma Cannons. We could give you a train if we really wanted to. More Infernal Guard. Assuming that you are getting replaced by 2 mages, we'll be at... Oh. No, actually, this is perfect. 2 mages... Yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind, that works. You then are going to transfer these guys maybe to the Mad Hatter here. Could use a few more of these guys to get with the Skullcracker, but the rest of you are good as you are for now. Alrighty, let's keep moving. Assassin, our only assassin. But he is somewhat decent at his job. Keep assassinating, buddy. There you go. Clan carrion destroyed. Rift entered for somebody, but we don't particularly care about that so much. Grook Greg. Oh, that's you, the new guy. Okay, so this is all the new people. We are not going to move them right now. We're gonna worry about the tech thieves instead. Can once again steal from Libaris, so return to Libaris, please. Can you steal from Lamia? Yes, you can. Assuming that neither one of you dies. And that was the other guy that critically failed. You did not. Oh, actually, you just regular failed. At least not critically. Oh, wow. 3367. No, I don't like that at all. 53k, that's much better. Go here. Oh, you do have security. Oh, did this place have security as well? I didn't check. Well, if it did, it did. Too late now. Let's see. What next? Next tech thief. Ooh, you've only got 5, eh? Your level is 5, I mean. Yeah, I can't say I like that very much, but I'll give it a try. I don't know whether... you failed as well. Man, tech thieves are failing today. Today is a day of failure for these guys. We'll throw them in a vat or something. To punish them, go to Iron Rock, please. I'm sure there are more tech thieves around here. Return to Valea Zharr. No. This is chance reduction. Yeah, that was the tech thief that got wounded. Actually, your wounded chance is pretty low, just your failure rate is high. Hey, somebody succeeded somewhere. Somebody did something somewhere, finally. Alright, next tech thieves. Keep moving, keep doing stuff. We cannot go here. We can go to Varenka Hills, I guess. And then we can also look for the next tech thief, hopefully, before this guy does his thing. Yeah, there we go. Alright, you have succeeded. New level 1 tech thief. Probably going to die immediately as soon as you try this, ain't you, buddy? Oh, well, he failed, but he didn't die, so, you know, that's better than I expected, to be honest. What's our tech thievery at? What's our tech, by the way, at? 641. Yeah, it doesn't actually need to be any higher, so the occasional dead tech thief doesn't matter. And once again, we will soon be looking to delete them all. Alrighty, Crooked Fang Fort, you're gonna go here. It does not have the debuff. And then one more. Hey, another success, well done. I'll level these guys between the episodes just to not waste that time. Oh, 2 more. I forgot Dumb Tamer has his unique name, but you don't actually need to move anywhere. Dumb Tamer, you do, my friend, and you did Arnheim, so go to the forest of Arnheim next. Unlikely that you'll die. And that's it for you. Who are you? Are you another one of the new guys? You are indeed another one of the new guys. There's success for Dumb Tamer. Tech, new tech. Now we could go for Workforce Diktats, though we are not currently using it. Construction reduction for defense buildings, not horrible. We'll need to get the defensive supplies up and running for the endgame scenario, but right now it's not super necessary. This is a number of uses for abilities granted by the Tower of Zharr, seats, and district rewards, which is pretty good. And the cooldown and wins a magic cost for fire spells are pretty good as well. I mean, there's decent stuff all over here. The thing is, I think out of everything, what we want to do before all that is reduce the... yeah, it's armament cost for increasing capacity for war machines. It's the thing that we do the most. I guess we are continuously also moving and recruiting, so we could do this, but if all of this only costs 1 per turn, it's probably worth it to just go to weapons of war first, and then go for other stuff after. Not that there isn't useful stuff here, it's just that at 1 turn... probably pretty decent. Total War is probably the last thing that we'll need as well. Maximum active Hellforge Forgecraft options, not super useful to us right now, because we need a massive amount of armaments, and we need to increase armament capacity. Because like every single thing will be like minus 1,000, which is pretty crazy. Anyway, I believe that was the tech thieves, and unless there's another army to move, it's just buildings and labor, which I feel like I haven't done in like two or three episodes / turns, but I have been forgetting. Mad Hatter, you don't need to move. Scaff Namtar, oh, have you arrived? Oh, you're the other Scaff. That's fine. We're gonna have you do this. You might have to land somewhere and heal up somehow. Because I'm gonna auto-resolve. Oh, you don't even need to. Barrels of rum. What was this, by the way? Loaded shipwreck. Was that... damn. I'll just go for barrels of rum for now. Oath of Contempt. Hello. Whoa. Banner gained. Physical resistance plus 10 for everybody in a blob? That's swell. That's real swell. Okay, you're obviously not keeping this. It's too good for you. Damn, yeah, we need to send more guys out to sea. That's way too useful. You can go back here. And then I guess you're gonna wait for Zamnil the Pure to join you. Alrighty, yeah, these guys out at sea are gonna have trouble healing, so they're probably gonna have to try their best to make use of Kairos' territories in order to heal. That banner should probably go to Draj. Mostly because the Kadai Fireborn are quite fragile, and I feel like they are somewhat likely to blob up, at least to some degree. I mean, who else is using a Death Star, sort of? Probably Draj and nobody else, really. Hellbound Standard... Yeah, we still need other armies with trains. I guess we'll deal with the other stuff here later on. Not a big deal at the current time, basically. Alrighty, let's keep going. Man, I'd love to get another one of those banners in every single army. I already checked you. Mad Hatter, we checked troop train. Which troop trainer? Okay, you're the recruiter troop train. You're fine. Overseer Vargash, you stay. Kigel, you could maybe go raid or sack or something, but you know what? I'm just gonna leave you alone for now. Mostly because I don't see you doing anything useful. And Overseer Blackbeard, I guess you're also... Oh, actually, we do have to do something with you. We have to continue recruiting. So, 1, 2, 3... Let's go fire 5, 6. There we go. And then your army will be completed. We're also going to replace you with a better Overseer, because you're level 10, and the Overseers we can get are really high. Or we just leave you on the field and get even better Overseers after a little bit more time. And there's also potential for that. But anyway, we'll deal with it later. More ziggurat tenements and whatnot will get us more overseers. You are going to upgrade to the ore level because of the capacity, and so are you, though that screws up our armaments even further. We're going to wait on the rail network, however. Silver Pinnacle, yes, the reclaimed place. Let's get you that Fane Guard and that Prototype Mega Mortar and we already have the crystals as the first things. Then we'll get the Demon Smithy, and this place actually could use a Incinerator. So we're gonna build one, and I guess we gotta go for the patrol routes, or is it gonna be fine without? Thing is, this place won't have a lot of room for stuff, and we have to have the donation barrel. I guess the question is whether the Sorcerer Prophet's Estate is more valuable to us than the Public Order, and the answer is probably not at the current time. And we'll just do that. And the Demon Smithy obviously takes priority. Alright, looks good to me. Next up, Wasteland... Oh, no, not next up. You guys also need more defenses. Before Ungram comes back, ideally. Alright, that looks good. Wastelands of Jinshen, you're up next, but nothing... Yeah, wait, actually, no, your capacity and your capacity. Wolflands, everything's fine. At least there's nothing I want to pay for. Same thing for Nobler Country, Imperial Road, yes to capacity, no to everything else. Warpstone Desert, yes to capacity, no to everything else. Running out of money, huh. I'll just run out of money before we run out of raw materials, that'll be a new one. Grand Furnace. We'll build it here at some point, but right now it's not crazy necessary. Let's get another castle in capacity. Desolation of Asgore, Crookback Mountain. Yeah, let's upgrade you to the next level. It'll be slow, but it'll get there eventually. Gold Refinery, Armament Assembly Line, definitely to defenses, and I guess we'll build the Marble Quarry. We don't necessarily need to collect, just build the Marble Quarry in general. Celestial Lake, Jianxi, yeah, just go for it. Go to next level, or level 5 or tier 5, and then let's get those Ziggurat Tenements, and KARAK Zorn, yes, definitely keep upgrading. We're definitely gonna need stuff here. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Amble Peak, there is something else we need to build here, and I guess that'll be the guard tower for the public order, as nothing... Wait, did I delete something here before? Probably was a Gabo location, and that's about it, I think. We can upgrade a few things for raw materials, and now that's definitely it. Alrighty, no money, no raw materials remaining, nobody to move, so we're gonna skip. Damage building, where? In Spite Peak. There's a decent chance these guys try to take it again, so maybe we don't care about repairing this at the current time. Then again, only 200, we don't really care about that either. Alright, now we're ready to end the turn. Let's hope that Thorgrim takes KARAK Azul, in which case we'll attack him without needing to attack the Skaven there. Exiles of Khorne, yes. You want us to join another war, but there's no need. Just survive, my friend, just survive. Long enough to give us all your units. And I suppose we can actually double up on Khorne units because we can recruit them from the Legion of Chaos as well. So lots of Khornate potential is what I'm getting at. Alrighty, nobody here is liable to attack us. And those of our more powerful enemies are fairly far away from us, so we're not super concerned. Alright, looks like we're gonna pick our own battle. Ah, what do we have here? Convoy has found some stuff. You can get 2 more Hobgoblin sneaky gets. Those are always useful. It's not like this army has a lot of cabs, so yeah, why not? We don't need to replenish the forces, that's for sure. Add 2 Hobgoblin sneaky gets, numbers are superior. Man, nearly a 20-unit convoy now. That's what I like to see. Now soon we'll be able to start sending them into dangerous locations. Or more dangerous locations, I should say. Anyway, let's see if there's a good fight in... Oh. Wait, what? Wait, what? How was that? How did that happen? Thorgrim was here by himself sieging KARAK Azul. How could he have taken it? I don't understand. How could he take it when he was the only lord here? And then how can he move afterwards? You're not allowed to move after occupying stuff. What is going on here? AI, are you cheating or did I miss something? Or was that not actually Thorgrim all along? I don't know. I was hoping to fight Thorgrim, but apparently the game didn't want that. Okay, well then. Well then, game, as rude as it is. Unite against us, Kathik. Who cares? We probably want to move down here and take the Temple of Skulls. We can't oh, we can reach it. Oh. Well, that's just swell. I didn't think that we could. Yes, go to the Temple of Skulls, then. Do we need to fight this? Ooh, it's a tier 5. But the garrison is trash. Was hoping for something a little bit better, and to resolve this, and we'll take it at tier 5. Sacking it gives... Oh, I forgot to do labor again, man. It's been so many turns. I'm a little bit concerned about sacking the place because we only had a little bit of movement left, so I think rather than do so, even though it's going to cost us 4k, I'd rather it cost us 4k than a full turn, because Zhatan's turns are pretty valuable, so we're going to occupy this tower instead. Alright, and you kept your tower road, so your public order is still there. Nice. We'll take the goat pastures, I guess, because of the upkeep reduction. I definitely want to go for the Fane Guard and the Mega Mortar. And if we have any labor to spare, we'll probably rush the construction in this place. Might be a decent way to do it. In fact, let's check labor right now before we do anything else. So, first of all, we have a bunch of really negative tears. Okay, you know what? Next turn, we're gonna make use of workforce dictates then. I didn't think that our public order would still be problematic after the Confederation, but oh yeah, we have a lot of extra labor in a few places, which will be reduced in a few seconds after we do a few things. Well, we're not gonna do anything without workforce dictates. Where's the 95 or 96%? It's at the Cursed City. The Cursed City. I don't know the name of provinces that well. I know settlement names, not province names. Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to look at this the old-fashioned way. The Cursed City. Do we see? Ah, here we go. Oh, no, I should have known that one. Damn it. Okay. Do we need to accept labor here? And I guess we could. We didn't build a public order here, though, so maybe we don't need to. I don't know, just ignore it for now. And that was the only one that had efficiency issues? Yeah, it was. Alright, so here's what we'll do. So that this place can defend itself, we're going to rush construction a few times. It's going to cost us, I don't know, probably a couple thousand of this. Yeah, alright, so let's do 1... Okay, well, actually, you're not so bad. Let's do 4 from here. I don't know, 3 here. It's just so that Zhatan can leave this place, but this will also help our public order in a few of these locations. The ones that have way, way more than they need. And the ones that have a lot of public order issues as well. Gonna have to try to focus those as well. Alright, 2,000, that should be more than plenty. And we're gonna transfer this to the Kingdom of the Beasts. Like so. And if anything's extra, we'll transfer it out as well. Alright, perfect. Then we're going to do this. Yes, and yes, and 450, yeah, we still have enough, good. And then the base level of Mega Mortar, please. And then start building the next level of Mega Mortar. Still expensive, but once again, I'd love for the place to be able to defend itself. 630, yeah, we can still afford that. What is this? It's also 630, isn't it? Can transfer 300 more and just do both of them and then... Or allow it to build up a little bit. Let's do the Fane Guard. Asteroid, let's do both. Once again, Zhatan isn't going to move further south from here. We're going to wait for Scav to arrive. Zhatan's going to go north, so I'd really prefer the place not have to worry about new armies. What was it again? 640? 630, close enough. So we will need to just transfer like 400. Or 300. Wait, no, 400. Yeah, alright. 400 it is. Where for, Gotta be careful with the labor at this point. Can't be doing this too much, especially since next turn or so we'll want to use workforce dictates, but there are a few places like this where there's a lot of unnecessary labor being held. Like so. There we go. Kingdom of the Beasts once more. Alright, there we go. Was it the Mega Mortar that I wanted to do? Yeah, let's just do the Mega Mortar. And we'll do this one after we get a little bit more labor. Good, alright, that was... Okay, wow, this is crazy expensive. Without the buff, but... You know what, maybe tier 4 is fine. What's the difference between 5 and 4? Infernal Guard by 1. I still use Hobgoblin Archers instead of Infernal Guard with Fireglaves that a tier 5 guard has. Huh. So I guess you don't get the really good units at all, do you? Even with the maxed out defenses. That's a little bit disappointing. I'd have thought at least one unit of Fireglaves would be nice as a defender. Well, either way, it would still take a pretty strong stack to be able to take those, so I'm not super concerned. Anyway, Great Taurus and unit capacity for Bull Centaurs. Well, that was unlikely, but certainly welcome. Alright, so that means... Stubborn, eh? We can summon one of you, if we wanted to join Astrogoth's army, or we could just get another Bull Centaur now, with shields this time. Oh, we also, before I forget, need to transfer. Well, I guess we could transfer stuff after. You know what? Just to save the extra turn and allow Astrogoth to move faster, we're gonna go you instead. Alright, and we will do your skills right now. I'm gonna go for Temple Guardian. I decided that this is probably the better pick, mostly because it'll make them tankier, and that'll have more value than anything else. Alright, max yourself out, buddy. Have plenty of points to go around. Like so, you don't need... Oh, I already did get your training. Yeah, there we go, completely maxed out. Beautiful, you can join Astrogoth with all of these new Centaurs next turn, and then he'll be ready to move on towards Erengrad. That's a very, very valuable Erengrad. But in the meantime, what can we do? Where can we find a fight? Thorgrim really disappointed me, but what can you do about that? Draj, I guess you can take KARAK for free. It's not like we can do anything to stop you. Which means finally declaring war on KARAK. Now, I guess the question here then is, can we ask anybody to join war against these guys? That would make them a little bit happier with us. He's fighting Argwalon, and he's fighting Clan Moors as well, but yeah. Well, we can ask Argwalon for it. Out of all of these, we're unlikely to ally with Clan Moors. Disciples of the Maw is a possibility, but... I'm actually not sure... Oh, they have one settlement by the looks of it. I mean, I'd love their units, but with one settlement, it's unlikely that we'll be getting access to their good stuff. Let's try Durthu, as odd as this may seem. Join war against KARAK. 6.3, yeah? Now go for it. Well, it's rising to minus 58, not by much, but we gotta remember that the we will get bonuses from actually doing damage to KARAK, so there's that to consider as well. Draj before you attack, or you're going to go here. I assume both of these guys can reach you, yes? So good. You're going to continue siege, oh, and you're also going to get one of these guys on, let's say, one of these Fireborn. Yes. Alrighty, then what I want you to do is delete your Demon Smith Sorcerer, assuming that he has no items, which he does not, and do that. And then we'll move you here. And you here as well. Perfect, and then that army is done, maxed out, completed. And it's looking like a pretty decent stack. I just gotta try to get it a proper battle against like Imrik or something. I really want that rematch against Imrik. Also, you are near here, which means Zhatan is about to get his stuff. So what we need to transfer is one Infernal Ironsworn. Okay, so you are going to transfer Infernal Ironsworn and Infernal Guard with Fire Glaives, like so. Then Troop Train. You are going to take one Chaos Dwarf Blunderbuss away from this army. Yes, like so. Take it away from delete. And then you're going to transfer this Blunderbuss down here. Wait, did I say 2 or 3? Yeah, 2. Okay, 2 is good. Alright, lots of army admin again, damn. Once again, we're getting ready for big fights non-stop. Hopefully by that time I'll have so little admin left, so it'll just be fights, just straight fights for the endgame scenario for ages while we try to deal with it. Also, if you're transferring stuff to Zhatan, you need to only be holding stuff for Zhatan, which means you don't need any of this or this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, yes. Alright, and that'll be Zhatan's retool. That's a lot of good stuff. Alright, few turns to go down there. Tordric, you are fine. You actually probably will want to get a few things, but anyway. Is there anywhere where we can fight? We can probably attack Clan Moors. You go here. You're actually going to be dead in a few turns. Actually, you know what? Moving closer. The rest of you are going to jump. You can't reach the place, but you can jump. Jump around right here, and you can do this too. Oh, you're gonna be spreading those plagues around. Alright, lots of armies. And Tech Thief, you can't reach the place, damn. Alright, well, I guess you're gonna auto-resolve this. Yeah, there's no point in fighting it. I'm very upset at Thorgrim. And we're gonna occupy this tower again. Oh, we could sack it. Were you close enough to be able to sack this? I think you were. Yeah, sack it. And then... yes, you can still occupy this tower, good. Occupy this tower at tier 5. And that's another Mega Mortar. We're not gonna force upgrade this to its max level, mostly just to save up on some cash, but it'll still be Mega Mortared and everything else will be here. We should take Black Iron Mine next. Ooh, it does have iron as well, go figure, Black Iron Mine. We will build the... oh, you know what? The other stuff doesn't matter. Is there anywhere we can fight? Wait, I forget. Did you guys move here from this turn or last turn? Ooh, KADRIN. Yeah, we'll fight those. And there's no other option, really, so this is what we're going to go with. We want, I guess, you to join first. Even though the Centaurs are, I guess, not super useful, but the Magna Cannons can at least knock some towers down. Let's do that. And take the capital from them. Gorthy, you're going to move up here. And since it's the only option in terms of battles right now, away you go. I'm not going to bother with the skill points, we'll do it later. Alrighty, here we go. Now, I know that this is a relatively small enemy army, or at the very least it would be a small army if it was encountered by two armies like we have here, but in a one-on-one, it's a fairly solid one with tons of Longbeards, the Giant Slayers, and other sort of units. So, in order to make this a little bit more interesting, we're, as you can see, and just going to send our main army forward. We're going to not bother waiting for our reinforcements to arrive. These guys can do the work here, and this should make it a much more even battle, I suppose I should say. Now we're going to start off as usual with the aerial unit, Lamasu, not Bealtors for Thrunbaj at the current time, but nonetheless attacking the enemy Thunderers up here. Nope, those are Quarrelers up here, and it looks like they're going to try to escape him by getting off the walls. This is not generally a good idea because at least up there you only have a single Lamasu and a Lord to contend with. Down here you got dozens and dozens of Bull Centaurs that are going to surround you and hack you into bits. They can't climb those walls, but they can certainly kill you down here, so you did this to yourselves, Quarrelers. There we go. And as the gate opens, we even gun a few of them down with our blunderbusses, and it's not like running away from the Lamasu is going to help because it's simply going to follow you anyway. Alrighty, well, it looks like we're into the settlement now. That breach into the walls really helps from the tower upgrade it gives that to you, so we're going to make use of that in future sieges as well. Otherwise, it looks like the enemy did deploy most of its troops once again closer to the Victory Plaza. I've been really noticing this a lot with the third game, and I almost want to say in one of the later versions of the third game, like one of the more recent versions, that the AI just constantly deploys all the way here rather than bothering to hold the walls. Like, you had a full garrison. You could have had all of these towers firing, or at the very least been closer to where we deployed. And I find this a little bit strange because we're well into the city now and the enemy is not really contesting us. Yeah, they're moving forward to contest us, but the walls are probably their best defense, and they no longer have them. Granted, they were breached, but they could have at least held the breaches. Anyway, we've got the first of the minor supply locations captured, and we're moving on to the next one here. I'm going to zoom back in once we have some enemies to fight. We do have our Chaos Dwarf Warriors moving forward as well, but we are going to wait for the Dwarf Warriors and, even more importantly, the various Bull Centaurs to actually land where they're supposed to go. Fortunately, we have a few faster moving units, namely the Lords and Heroes, the new ones of which are moving onto the field as well, and by the new ones I mean the reinforcing ones, which we are going to send in, unlike the rest of that army. And there we go, gonna pop a Gehenna's Golden Hounds on top of this enemy unit of Thunderers, which does get at least a few shots off on Thrunbaj here, costing him maybe 15% HP. Not much, mind you, but it'll all add up, especially as he has no way to heal. And there's our reinforcement coming in on that Bale Taurus, and the Lamasu and Thrunbaj are going to start working on these Quarrelers, or Thunderers rather, though he is going to start getting hit by the Quarrelers as well. Alrighty. And here comes a little bit more help. In the meantime, how are those Bull Centaurs doing? Still setting up. They're just staying here while nobody is attacking them. We got our Bull Centaur Tauruks working on some miners here. Somebody loses his head. I always love watching these guys fight, though. There we go. And these are our low-level Tauruks. They're level 10 or 8 or 9 or something along those lines. I'm excited to see once we have a bunch of them at level 40 all fighting together. I mean, their stats are already pretty decent considering their low levels, but they can get way, way higher. Anyway, looks like we've taken a little bit of damage on Thrunbaj over here as he was forced to fight some Giant Slayers who are in the middle of this. Giant Slayers are, of course, fairly badly damaged, but they did take hit, or they did deal out damage as well, so, and good job to them. In the meantime, this does mean that while these guys are not able to move around us, we're free to move up this ramp as we are unlikely to get flanked. Dwarf Warriors are next on the menu for the various Centaur heroes. Alrighty, who needs a second army full of fire glaives when we have a few Centaur renders? Plus, we gotta keep doing the previews of Astrogoth's army, which is going to work quite similarly while we can. Alright, gonna pop a Wrath of Zharr in the middle of that enemy formation. Doesn't look like it killed too many enemy units, but that's okay. The big ol' axes will do that for us. Alright, looking pretty ugly. Maybe this is the army where we want to get some Minotaurs of Khorne in to join with the Bull Centaur, since I don't think we'll fit them in with with the army belonging to Astrogoth, as he's just going to focus on these guys primarily. Anyway, it looks like the guys holding the ramp are in pretty bad shape, and we've got more moving up the second ramp. 4 more units to join the fray. There's a poor little unit of Quarrelers defending, and they're going to get absolutely obliterated here. Don't get the charge bonus, unfortunately, but I mean, it's only fighting Quarrelers, and they're going to be pretty fragile. In the meantime, it looks like some enemy units of Giant Slayers are going to try to react to this and go after our Bull Centaurs, and rather than bothering allowing them to dish out damage, we're going to capitalize on the fact that they're glass cannons, and are instead going to summon the Kadai Fireborn on top of them. I'm curious to see how much damage a single unit of summoned, and thus unbuffed, Kadai Fireborn can do to a unit of Giant Slayers. Kadai Fireborn, of course, being glass cannon-y type of units, they're quite fragile, but at the same time they dish out massive amounts of damage, even when unbuffed. And I guess the Giant Slayers are sort of a similar are in a similar situation, where they're quite fragile themselves, but also dish out massive amounts of damage. So 2 glass cannons fighting each other, minus the fact that our units don't actually cost us anything, by virtue of the fact that they're summoned. Alrighty, and they're certainly looking like they're killing a few of these units of Giant Slayers. Looks like these guys are backing off a little bit, and the Kadai are done. Alrighty, so let's see. Looks pretty good in my opinion. Let's see, these guys have about 40% of their HP remaining for a unit that was summoned, and this is the best unit that the enemy can field, and one of the better units in the regular Dwarfen roster that they can field in general. Probably would have been much better off using Hammerers, however, because the Giant Slayers don't have the magical damage, and thus it didn't have as easy time breaking through the physical resistance of the Kadai Fireborn. Otherwise, we continue making our way up the ramp, and while we don't move a lot of the other units in from the other armies, I did make an exception for the Skullcrackers because they're just so enjoyable to watch. I love all those spinning gears and craziness. And is another reason why I can't wait to get more of these into a few armies. Anyway, looks like this last unit of Giant Slayers is the last unit on the field. The enemy army has shattered, so it's just a matter of breaking the unbreakable. And the Great Slayer Shrine at KARAK will shortly be ours. You would think that they would have had a few more Giant Slayers defending it, but I suppose they're all out slaying, or in this particular case, getting slain. And down you go, losing all those heads. One last death blow as you fall to the ground. They never changed the death blow animation for the Giant Slayers. I just noticed that. The Giant Slayers, when they die, swing both of their hands as if they had 2 smaller axes, rather than 1 big axe, which is what we just saw with that guy. Gotta use a different animation because these guys are using the dual weapons. Anyway, decisive victory for us, and not too difficult, and we didn't even have to use our second army, which is moving around somewhere back there. I think they were starting to move into the city, the Fireglaves. There they are, and just because they can, and same with the artillery. But otherwise, a fun little fight, and lots of action for our Centaurs, and some could die, so always nice. Alrighty, easy little fight, 7 losses, though obviously because our Bull Centaurs were the ones that were primarily the ones fighting, it's hardly surprising that the losses were low. Thrumbaj did get hurt, but it's inconsequential, and we'll heal him up, and we'll probably also get him some better items. Let's sack the place. KARAK is going to offer us a decent amount of cash and labor, and we did just use a decent amount of labor, so that one sacking replenishes the entire amount that we used to fortify stuff, and we'll probably want to fortify KARAK as well. Speaking of KARAK, occupied his tower as well, and that's another tier 5 settlement, and even more conclave influence per turn. I think at this point we're getting enough, and ooh, we can build something at KARAK. Defaced Shrine, diplomatic relations with dwarves, death blow for all Infernal Guard and Infernal Ironsworn. Well, isn't that fantastic? Love it. In fact, while we're not using a crazy amount of these guys, I'd love to rush the place. Yeah, That would be good. Now, too bad we can't build anything at Zufbar. Honestly, capturing Zufbar should increase the amount of times we're able to use Wrath of Zharr, because it's another cannon place, right? I don't see any other special buildings, not one at KARAK, not one at Black Crag, not one at Eight Peaks. So is the Defaced Slayer Shrine the only special building related to the regular dwarfs that we get? Wait, we can't even build the, we can't even build a special mine at Mount Gunbad? Really? Isn't that the only place in the world where you can mine that stuff? Kind of surprising. Well, anyway, with that, we're out of time. KADRIN has fallen, and it is a momentous occasion, at least from a loreful perspective. And, we probably actually don't need the train thing here, although maybe we could build one of these places out to be a new military hub. Zharr is starting to get far away, and we may be able to, or maybe we may want to actually be able to build more stuff here. Anyway, calling it here, and next time we'll try to hunt down Ungrim as best we can, and Thorgrim, since he ran away to KARAK 8 Peaks. But if he refuses to fight, we'll take 8 Peaks, and then we'll move on until we get to his actual army. Otherwise, since Draj is ready, he's not going to be the only one. Next turn, we will also have Astrogoth ready to go, and he'll be moving towards Erengrad, while obviously we also have Zhatan and his new forces with all these fancy new toys. We'll be getting to him within the next few turns. So more fun times ahead as we get more and more elites. Stay tuned for them to show their stuff in battle. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching. Oh, and let me know about the video. Quality. Yes.